All right, welcome back to Thrones Be the Game, the show where we discuss all things Game of Thrones. We are discussing House of the Dragon, Season 3, Episode 6. I'm with Thanos and Wildish. Thanos, I'm going to go with you first. What was your thoughts of this episode? Your overall thoughts?
And wait, which one are we starting with?
We're going with 6. We're just going straight through 6. That's the most important stuff going on.
Okay, I'm here for it.
We can talk back about 5 if you want to, but just we mainly on 6.
Overall thoughts, once again, 10 out of 10. I think this season is giving me everything that I need. Even though we waited a long time and it's supposed to be just bigger and better, I think those smaller conversations and those smaller details are just as important. And I don't want everyone to lose the plot and think that it's boring. Like, no, we do need these talks with Larys and Aegon. We do need these talks at the round table and listen to what everyone on Rhaenyra's council is thinking so we can understand their motives. So I'm just enjoying all of that context so that those bigger battles make more sense at the end, or just looking at it bigger picture. I just really feel bad for Daemon, and whatever he does from here on out, I think I'm here for it. It can't get any worse than anything we've already seen, so I'm ready for him to just get that revenge arc going and get justice for his gold cloaks.
All right, Wildish.
Same. I was aggravated about the pacing in episode 5. And that is my impatience getting the best of me. I want Rhaenyra to do what I know Rhaenyra does eventually. Mm-hmm. And it's just taking a little too long for me. But the build up, the world building is instrumental. And shout out to young Sir Oscar Tully, who was out here ripping bars. You know, I need all the memes of him to just start coming out. I haven't seen enough. And yes, the Black Alley, we got to see her this week. We got to see what Alice has been, hiding away at Harrenhal with that clutch of Dreamfire's dragon eggs. All of these are very necessary. Oh, and Helaena, she made a new image in her quilting, and if anybody recognized that was Aemond with that blue eye laying in a circle of red on her stitching and her embroidery. So it's slowly coming together. I can't wait to dive in.
All right. My biggest gripe is I think they should have ended the episode beginning with Criston Cole going out. I think that'd have been awesome to end episode 5 with. After he was doing all that.
All that speechifying.
Yeah, no, but it would have been great if after Gwaine leaves, he does all his stuff there and you add the extra 10 minutes there and tack it on the end at 5. And then I think it would have made Gwaine's journey back there would have been like, oh, snap, he just missed out. It would have gave you more urgency that Gwaine was like, man, I got to get up out of this dude crazy.
I agree.
Yeah, good riddance. Goodbye and good riddance to Ser Criston Cole.
And he died with all the stuff he wanted. And I think what's interesting, we can talk about Mr. Criston Cole then for us since we're here. It was interesting. Nobody talks about his death. Nobody got a raven about him dying. And that's the whole thing is no one's going to sing your name. No one's talking about him. No one got a raven. Criston Cole died. Nobody even cares or knows.
Yeah, because the last anybody heard of him was from Gwaine when he's like, yeah, like they're just out there marching on. I don't know what they're doing. So as far as everyone's concerned, you just out there guerrilla warfare, just in the trenches. Nobody knows what you're up to. And if you are dead, they'll be like, makes sense. He might be.
Sounds about right. We haven't heard from him. We're going to count him dead. And he wanted to go out in a blaze of glory. He termed or styled himself the realm's greatest warrior. We don't know who told him that. And
when did that? When he said that, I was like,
he won Rhaenyra's hand because he had to win that tournament.
Oh,
right?
That's right. Yeah.
Why did
that was one?
Because he also has the nickname Kingmaker. Did I make that up, or have they been calling him Kingmaker? Did he do something?
Yes, because he's been murdering everyone.
Yeah, and he crowned
Demise. And Oscar Tully, all of the names that Criston Cole styled himself or others styled for him, Kingmaker, the realm's greatest knight, winner of the tournament, whatever. Oscar Tully said, Criston Cole, traitor, usurper, defiler, You know, I want you. Nah, okay, yeah. I made a promise to the dead, son. Build a castle of bones. I don't have near enough bones yet. You're up. I love that. I love Oscar Tully this season is not Oscar Tully last season for sure.
No, not no.
Uh-huh.
Hey, he was, and then the thing is, it is there's almost like a small, like a comedy series with him and I forgot the brother's name that's from the north, the northern, like them
I call
together.
him Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
Rowdy,
but
Roddy
there's like a small like other side quest story with just them two hanging out, doing stuff like this young guy and this old dude.
We came to die for the Dragon Queen.
Yeah, like it's I mean like a 48 hours or something where it's just these two, one old man that's been in a lot of battles and this young dude that don't care. Like and he came up and then Cole is like, all right. He's and the idea he was sitting there, you got 8 dudes with you and it's 6,000 surrounding you, and he trying to negotiate, talking about all right. So check it out. If my boys, I mean, if I go and get with y'all, my boy is good, right? It was like, you ain't
no. You've been doing way too much.
He was just glad he didn't die by dragon fire. Honestly, he's glad he didn't have to turn to dust beneath dragon feet to meet his makers. I think he would just rather I would rather go out in a duel to the end, like something honorable, something people can write and talk about.
But he was like, okay, second option, 3 on 1. And they was like, no. He's like, okay, 2 on 1. I'm on. No. Then he gonna bring out his handkerchief from Allison, like, and this whole. I love that it was dramatic. Like, oh, he finna get it in. He's like, I guess I got it. Bink.
Yeah. And the arrows were shot by Black Alley, who get a little further on in the season plays a pivotal role. She ends up being Cregan Stark's second wife. Yeah,
Cregan got a whole bunch going on.
Cregan has a lot going on. We haven't even seen him yet this season. I can bring Cregan to the front.
And when Ser Criston had like put the sword in the ground, and when he realized he was surrounded, it's like, I really hope that anybody who thinks he's about to get a Jon Snow moment.
That's what people thought, though. Some people thought, I was reading online, people were like, oh, he's gonna have this big battle and maybe get the
no.
And maybe the High Towers will come save him, like similarly, like
that's the Vale is not coming to save you, buddy.
You fell right into the trap. That's what they wanted you to think. He's gonna have this me against everybody moment. It's like, no, you against.
And then the face of the one guy was I don't even know his name. The other guy that was kind of rolled with him, and then he looked at him like, man, I knew I should have fucking went with Gwen, man. Like it's like he looked over like,
now we're all gonna die. Now we're definitely gonna die.
I thought you was playing around and stuff, and we was just gonna mess around and do some small little raids here and there. Mess with some country folk. Rob a couple little stage coaches here and there. I didn't know we was gonna get ran up like this.
Gotta commit to the bit.
Run up, get done up. That's what happened.
And I do like that they kind of Kristan's role diminished throughout the series, which makes it show like how much King's Landing even cared about him to a certain extent, or even the Hightower family even cared about him.
Well, they're imprisoned. They can't. Allison can't make a move. She, her and Helaena in there trying to lie still to Rhaenyra and negotiate their position when, Rhaenyra is really finally fed up. Like, you keep asking, I keep acquiescing, but you haven't produced anything of value other than to tell me that Ormond is petty and can't stand really strong sense. Okay. So
let's transition to Allison. Go ahead, transition to Allison then. They get caught in the middle of a crime of trying to leave. It's like getting locked into the convenience store while you're trying to rob it, and you just waiting for the police to show up to get y'all out.
Facts. Yes. I'm at a rock and a hard place with this one.
Okay.
Helaena is the only green that I like, and she's the only one I have any sympathy for in this instant. She's with child. Oh my God. And the fact that Alicent just dumb as hell, right? The queen of the Pygmies. The fact that she didn't know, Viserys didn't tell her about dreamers you know, and when she told Rhaenyra, oh, she's, she gets these maybe visions, sometimes they come true. And Rhaenyra's like, she dreams? She's a dreamer.
Like
And I
for
was
real?
like,
Like she was
what?
looking like, hold on.
What? She's
What
just
you
so
mean? I
such
mean,
a
we all
goofy.
dream. She's like, we all dream. Like she's like, we
Yeah,
all dream.
and this is a season I need Allison to be accountable, because literally all of this is her. And when she asked Helaena, which was heartbreaking, Helena's like, why am I here? Nobody else asked for my hand. Why am I still here in King's Landing? And Allison said, it was my father's wish. Okay, it may have been, but we all remember when Rhaenyra offered Jace to wed Helaena last season, or season 1, perhaps. And she called Jace a plain-faced child. So all of these machinations were Alicent's attempt to um, be adjacent to power, not realizing that as a woman, doesn't matter how close you are, you've got the queen who never was, who's an actual real life Targaryen, and Rhaenys, my forever queen. And you've got Rhaenyra, who, like Victoria or Thanos always says, my daddy named me the heir. It's up. What is there to discuss anymore? All of this is Alicent and Otto's doing. So they don't get excused. I don't feel bad for Alicent, Otto, or Mond. I like Gawain and I like Daemon. So I yield to anyone else.
Thanos?
I pretty much agree. Like, Allison, you just should have thought about that before you let Otto get in your ear and Aegon's ear and Aemon's ear. You should have thought about, okay, if this doesn't work, if Rhaenyra says, like, my father named me heir, what's going to happen to me and all my kids? If you know Helaena is so different and she can't be in close quarters, you should have thought about that before you usurped the throne. You married her to her brother, so she's here at King's Landing with you. Anything you do at King's Landing is going to affect Helaena and all of her kids, as you can see with Helena's oldest son getting killed, is because Helaena and her kids are still here in King's Landing, and they're at the mercy of whatever consequence comes from y'all usurping the throne. So I don't feel bad. Like, Alicent, you should have thought about that. Otto, you should have thought about that. Aegon, Aemon, Helaena, y'all should have thought about that. If you knew Aegon was going to usurp Helaena, you should have fled. You got all them kids. You should have got up. You should have got up out of there. Like, I don't know. I don't feel bad. Rhaenyra has been more than merciful to everybody, to the fake Daemon. Like
Which, by the way, where is he? What happened to that cat?
Hopefully they just sent his ass home.
No, that ain't the way this rolls.
Well, if David had anything to do with it, then who knows?
Now,
but, yeah.
I was thinking if Daemon would try to reuse him and send him back and see if they know what he looks like for real.
and dyed his hair back. Yeah. Dyed his hair some crazy color and then
put it purple or
kept him blonde and as a fake Targaryen and see how he makes his way through the small folk and flea bottom and let's see if he can manage. That'd be interesting. That's a fun game to play that Daemon would absolutely play.
So Daemon wouldn't care. So so we always have Rhaenyra now. She's starting to unravel a little bit as the queen. Her small council comes. Daemon's is like, man, let's burn them all up. That's fine. It'd be all good. People ain't gonna like you for a minute. It happens. Shit happens. You gotta what is it? Well, you gotta crack a couple of eggs to make a good cake. Oh, like that's what he's like. She's like, no, we can't do that. And he's like, but didn't Aegon do that? The original Aegon? He's like, but and it was actually the Lannisters. He was like, didn't do that to the Lannisters? Yeah, but they was already kind of battling. They didn't bend the knee. Those people bend the knee. So he's like, okay, well, we in this thing. But how about I just go around and burn certain people? And then I guess what was it? Tully, House Tully. And she was like, oh, y'all just really got all this control and just can just shoot fire out to select people. And he was like, I mean, I just was trying to get out of here. I ain't tell you if it was gonna work or not. And then she was like, Daemon, I need you to get the Gold Cloaks together. He was like, man, I got this together though. These cats we good. And then he just reluctantly goes off. What do you all think about her small council? And then her being in her throne room as well with all the people complaining. and
That's
trying to put it all
normal.
off on the minister of coin. I told y'all his office it's up to the right.
Listen. When Daemon threw that cup across the table, I'm like, you lucky it wasn't a sword and cut your head off. You have some respect here in this small council. But the petitioning of the townspeople, that is a normal part of management, right? Or of ruling. I don't, maybe she's a little uncertain because usually when it's time for that to happen, the hand of the king or queen is present. You always saw Otto there with Viserys. You always saw, an intermediary with the monarch there sitting the throne. Also, too, did you see that throne cut her?
Yep.
Did you see that the
Because at
throne?
first we thought it was a period before that had her bleed. Now she's actually cut, and she knows. So that's what she was like.
Well, it was her cycle that first time. That was her cycle, but this time she got cut by the throne. So she's overwhelmed, she's overstimulated, and her small council is bickering and not very helpful, right? So she's a little pressed. She needs a nap and a turkey sandwich. But everybody's kind of after their own interests. Massaria, Daemon. And now Corlys decides all of a sudden it was time for him to go on back, and now he gets snatched up. We don't know where he is. So it's daylight dollar short.
Man.
I got a theory about that, but we'll talk about that later when we get to Corlys. What about you, Thanos? What do you think about Rhaenyra's leading now? Because you team Black hardcore. You've been riding the whole way. I've left and went to Dorne. And I'm with the Velaryons. I'm with Team Corlys. I'm Team Corlys. Even though his son did drop a bar in this episode, he dropped a major bar.
What did he say?
But go ahead, Thanos.
What did he say? What did Alan say?
Oh, he said, because he's like, man, you want me to go back for her, and she wanted to give you your name. He was like, dude, you just came and tried to give me your name 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah. For sure, that was a bar. But
so I asked for my name from you for my whole life, and you ain't do nothing. And you mad about her for 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it didn't matter now.
Yeah,
perspective.
I'm still down with the Corlys. I saw a lot of brothers over there eating and chanting. I was like, that was me. I'm over there. That's me. I'm over there. We hanging out.
Yes, but I think her meeting with all the people and with her council, those small important details, the world building, as Wildest Dragonette discussed. I think having the other people sitting on the council that aren't Daemon or or Alan kind of helps. I think it just helps bring Rhaenyra back down to earth because yes, there's a war going on, but just having those house leaders sitting on the council as well helps Rhaenyra and Daemon kind of lock into everything else. And now having the Gold Cloaks getting attacked, that's helping Daemon, back down to reality physically and literally. Like he's not just I'm on my dragon burning shit up. Like actually I have to be boots on the ground in King's Landing, finding out what's going on. Why is there so much civil unrest? So very important facts on that end. And thinking about the Iron Throne and how I think the saying goes like, if it cuts you, then that might be a sign that you're unfit to rule. But the more I think about it, I wonder if it cuts you occasionally and not every time, maybe it's cutting Rhaenyra now because like she simply just needs to get up. Like maybe it's just because like whatever is happening now cannot be fixed with you sitting on your ass. Like you can't fix this from all the way up there sitting on your throne. Like whatever these problems are at hand that these people are bringing to you currently can only be fixed if you get up and walk out of this throne room and either mount that dragon or, do something else. But I think that could also be looked at as an omen for a call to action, if you will.
It's a good point.
You can't just leave the meeting on the middle of me talking about, that they basically riding down in here and everything and just, pillaging, down in the area, and you got to do something here.
She probably felt convicted, like just sprung out of her seat, like, oh my gosh, what has King's Landing come to? I have to do something.
I need you to have a PowerPoint presentation and plan about when you walked up in this castle in general. You should have had already my council on his way. I'm finna get such and such from this house, such and such from this house. You just came in like, all right, I got it. And he was like, what you gonna do? I don't know. I just wanted to get it. That's what it feels. Because like even the Tully that came in, she just happened to be visiting. It was like, you want to be on the council?
No, Frey. That's Frey.
Frey. I'm sorry. It's a Frey. Yeah, it's a Frey. But I'm saying, but she was just visiting to talk about some other. You're like, since you're here, do you want to be on the council?
And her and Manderley, Master of Coin, like I still love their conversations. And like I said, the fact that Daemon had to throw a cup over there to break that shit up had me out here hollering. So I do, yeah. And I'm not so sure a seat on any of these Targaryen councils is healthy, right?
Not in this environment.
Right. I'm not 100% certain. Mm-hmm.
What do you all think about Daemon and his faceless men? It was trying to be a play on the faceless men from Bravos, but it's not. It's just basically a whole bunch of dudes trying to get paid. What y'all think about Daemon when he realized, like, when the dude was like, "It's a whole bunch of us. We everywhere. You can't stop us." And he almost wanted to take him and burn him up. Then he wanted, like, we need to go holler at my dragon. Let him eat you.
That's
Because I saw people saying, is that the faceless men, like, did Ormond pay for the assassins? Like, nah, because they wouldn't have an allegiance to someone. They would just be like, I'm on here for a job. They wouldn't say that we're allied to Team Hightower or to one and Rhaenyra out. They would just be like, I'm here for a job.
True.
Yeah, and the unrest is a long, deep-seated strategy. That network didn't pop up overnight, right?
No.
That network has been long brewing and growing and making avenues, charting paths, getting your spy network together, they're not running ravens, they're running doves or pigeons, so a different type of bird that had to be trained up to carry missives hither and yon. The Hightowers probably had a great deal to do with that. Otto was a master manipulator. I don't put it past Otto. I don't put it past Laris. I don't put it past a combination of resources and factors to create this. And now Daemon's like, well, how am I going to rule my? And that's why he's like, burn it all down. Damn the collateral damage, because we'll hit our own people. Yeah, but we'll hit some of theirs too. The field of fury, after Rook's Rest, when Criston Cole got so shook, he saw the damage that dragons can cause, and Daemon can't untangle it fast enough without just resorting to, let's just burn everybody. That ought to solve half the problem. At least we'll kill some of ours, but we'll get a lot of them too.
And that's what I think he's resorted to at this point. He's like, man, we just figured out we can repopulate as much as possible. I like having a whole bunch of children, so I'm willing to help. Damon's probably like, I'm willing to help repopulate.
Because his daughter's out here tripping. His youngest daughter is out here tripping, Miss Rhaena.
Yeah, we finna go there in a second. I wanted to say one thing about the faceless men and maybe they're going away from like the stuff in the books. If you remember in the original series, the reason they couldn't send the faceless men to go after Daenerys because they like, we ain't got the money, because the faceless men are expensive. So if you got like 7, 8, 10, 12, that's like,
yeah,
I don't know where you get. That's expensive to get one of those not cell swords, one of those assassins.
And it's
the whole bunch of them. I don't think that logic doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the Faceless Men, the Golden Army,
those expensive things.
Everything financed by the Iron Bank, and because removing all the gold from the coffers was a tactic, right? Leaving the incoming regime broke, for lack of a better word, is hugely important and handicaps them from even a planning level. They can't even, Rhaenyra can't even offer the citizens relief, right? They can't pay the Gold Cloaks. The people are hungry. Folks are flea bottom is as bad as ever. Now that the Gold Cloaks are no longer, well, most of them are no longer around to keep order, that gives rise to mutiny, right? The small people will rise up when if they think that the royalty is eating good and sleeping good and drinking good, and we down here squabbling over scraps. That's a problem. So all of this is intentional by who? We don't know, right? At least in the series, we don't know yet. So,
all right, let's go to Rhaena. Thanos, you go first.
Yeah.
She sees her sister out there flying. She comes out. Then there's a little bit of issues in the Vale. And she got pieced up a little bit. I'll let you go first, Thanos.
I just feel like where was this urgency to say, "Oh my gosh, that's my sister," when you saw her at the Battle of the Gullet? Like that's when you should have made your very first attempt to be like, "Hey, girl, it's me," and all of this could have been avoided. So I just feel like at this point, you're in so deep. You've sworn this allegiance to Lady Erin. Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And,
No,
or
it
the
is.
Vale is Lady
Yeah.
Erin, right? And
yeah,
she just talking crazy to a daughter of Daemon,
yeah.
smacking you across the face because talking about something. Didn't I tell you? I'm just like Rhaena. You don't
It's
have to look like
it is Jenny Aaron.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's just like Rhaena. You don't have to live like this.
Now there is a little bit of beef in here in the background, if y'all remember. Allegedly, Daemon killed her sister.
Oh yes, yes. But she didn't have smoke for
Forget about that marriage, allegedly.
No, but that wasn't her sister.
It was one of her kinfolk though, because he was married. He was one of her kinfolk.
Can't think of her name. I can't
Yeah.
think of her name right now. Could have been Ken, but they were in the Vale, yes. But it wasn't the Aaron house. It wasn't House of Aaron. It'll come to me. But go ahead.
It's the Royce family. Sorry, Rhea
Thank
Royce
you.
is her name.
Royce.
But
But
yeah.
still, that's still in the family though. That she is a lower house of house.
Minor house. Got you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's a lower-
Raina's doing. She listen. Ain't no way you have this reckless ass dragon behind you, letting this lady with her gorgeous gown slap you up, okay, in front of everybody. I would have mollywopped her straight to the moon door and then dared her.
I'd be like, man, let's walk. I'd be like, okay, that's cool. I'd be like, hey man, walk me out real quick. I mean,
I would have had Sheepstealer roast her dog. Ain't no more dogs in the Vale. Sheepstealer gonna eat
ain't no
your
more
dog.
dogs.
Put your hands on me again. I'm gonna leave you alive, but I'm about to burn everything else down around here. I'm Daemon's daughter. I'm Daemon's daughter.
You could put a one woman war against the whole Vale and just be like, y'all ain't having no crops. We just gonna burn up everything around here. Sheepstealer, get to stealing sheep.
I'm burning and eating you. I'm having Sheepstealer burn and eat your damn dogs. Okay, no more gowns for you.
They're making her a tragic person because she was like, I did all of this because I wanted a dragon and I had to give up all this. In the show in the books, there's a great thing of everyone wishing for something and then they get it. And it's the old saying, like, be careful what you wish for because you might get it in heaps. And then you be asking God, you wanted to give it back, and he's like, no, that's yours to keep. Because that's what you wish for so much. And that's the show. And everybody wants what they want so badly. And when you get it, it's like, damn, I did all this to get it.
Rhaenyra finally getting on the throne.
Lost 2 sons.
Or Vale finally getting to fly into battle. Now Jason's dead. You no longer the queen heir anymore. Yeah, that's
So what do y'all think about this whole Alan relationship, uncomfortable relationship with his half niece, right? I guess
Still weird. Still weird. All this incestuous commingling, still strange.
I think this is a racial thing.
We know what we signed up for, so it's I'm not gonna hate on it too bad, but I'll just never.
It's racial. They wanted to keep it even. They've been having all the white people do incest. The only way we can keep this racially economic is if black people do incest too. That's we can't. You gotta. If everybody incested in this house, we all gonna be incested.
I wanted more for Bela. I was like, please, God, not Adam or Alan. Please, neither one.
But it feels like she got it. It's like she gonna be like a love triangle. I don't know what this is gonna turn into.
That would be so messy.
Because it feels like both of the brothers is like putting in bids, like, and neither one of them let them know. And all of us been to college where somebody ain't let somebody else know that you trying to holler at somebody and y'all both trying to holler at the same person, but ain't nobody told the other person, but y'all friends or family. That's them. Because ain't nobody be like, hey man, I think I kind of like Bailey. Ain't nobody said that to each other. Ain't nobody let nobody know. Nothing.
Yeah, it's on the order of for sure.
Because Adam told Bela, like, if she got married off somewhere far and boring, he was like, well, I would just come find you. And it's like, is he flirting?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, that was a flirt.
Everybody putting their bids in, man. They all like, they's like, so you said, so he died? James died, so you open.
You open.
And I could doubly get my name if I can marry you, because I can guarantee my name. If I marry you, like my name can be solidified. If I marry you, so let's do the numbers. And both of them, they don't seem that treacherous. I'm just saying, if it was some other houses, there'd be some different wheeling and dealings going on. But what do y'all? That kiss feel weird? Didn't it feel like unnatural?
Yes.
It was too much.
Yeah, I didn't need to say it. Pass next.
Yeah, I said pass next. All right, since we going next. All right, what do y'all think about this situation going on with the other comedy of Larys, Aegon, and
the Lannister? Yo, listen, with the Lannister is doing all the digging, and Larys is sitting there just giving him shit the whole time, and Aegon is back there like, yeah, I'm definitely not shoveling shit. I'm not. Y'all are definitely loyal to me. I'm not.
And y'all know I'm a king, so we was playing out
y'all
there.
know who I am. And so when is it Tylan? Is it Tylan Lannister? He said when Larys is still trying, it's not deep enough. He said, "You are welcome to grab a shovel." And then Larys kicks that body into the grave. That sent me. Okay, it's the small things sometimes.
Yes.
Fuck it, just kick him into the grave, be done with it. Okay, but that's still my favorite buddy comedy. They can go ahead and get rid of Tylan. I'm not a huge fan, and I'm still mad he's not at the bottom of whatever ocean they were fighting in. Because that's what he should have got for all that heavy ass armor he was wearing.
The gullet. All right, Thanos. Yeah. Are you starting to lighten up to Team Green a little bit on that side, or are you still
on the Aegon and Larys side? Yeah. Absolutely not. Not a chance. No, absolutely not. On the Daemon and Gwen, yes.
We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm just saying,
that was lovely, but no, thank you.
You don't get a little bit more humanity from Aegon, how he was like feeling bad for the small folk.
No, I'd be irritated when I see him because why he just don't go bald? Just cut it off. I don't feel no sympathy. I'd be irritated.
I mean, it's kind of like when some brothers be having braids and they be letting it cut. It's like if I cut this, it's over.
Yeah, let it be over.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it happen.
I mean, the thing is, though, the original Aegon didn't have long hair.
Because it's just patchy.
His hair was short.
Yeah, well, he got burned. He's burnt up. His hair doesn't even grow like it's supposed to. And his face is melted. Like Victoria, kind of a small.
He looked like Fire Marshal Bill. He looked like Fire Marshal Bill.
He got 3 scoops of hair on his head. That's not boosting his self-esteem. Just put it on.
But he don't have no mirror, so he could feel it and be like, okay, I still got some drape.
Or he probably doesn't because it hurts to touch.
No, that's true.
He probably don't. He probably think he got a full head of hair. He don't even know. He don't know.
Land of no mirrors. Land of no mirrors. Yeah, he just think he's still busting out here, I guess.
Oh no, he saw himself. He saw himself before he left.
He did.
So he doesn't know what he looks like.
Mm-hmm. Or he probably think that his hair grown out by now.
True.
Oh, I see.
Don't let him breathe, Thanos. Don't let him breathe.
All right, let's talk about the dragon seeds. Hugh Hammer and Off the White. Hugh Hammer first. Off the White, I already know where that's going, so that'll be a quick conversation. But Hugh Hammer, what do y'all think about it? They're adding way more complexity to him than I thought they were, because they're making him way more conflicted.
So bad for them, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go with the flow. They're humanizing the mess out of them, so just lay it.
Original Hugh Hammer wasn't nothing like this.
Facts. Yeah.
He was more closer to Ulf than what we're getting with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, for sure. Okay, so Hugh seems like kind of a jerk. Okay. His wife being like, I thought you were dead. And I can't tell how much time has passed since he claimed Vermithor.
I think it's been a nice amount of time.
It's been
long enough for her to think that he was dead, and to leave King's Landing after their daughter died, and to go seek her brother, because now her brother's been dead for 2 episodes, right? Mm-hmm. Or an episode ago, at any rate. And he seemed very callous.
That might be a few weeks.
Right. He seemed very nobody's mentioned the dead daughter. He didn't mention it. Like I couldn't come back. I claimed this dragon. I tried to send, messages. I didn't know where you were. I'm so sorry. I love you. I mean, we're mourning the loss of our daughter together. But oh, by the way, this cool thing, I claimed Vermithor, the Brown's Fury, and he led with that. And she's not hearing any of it. All the things that she's been through to get to this point right now, he's not asking after her. He's not inquiring about how she got to where it's just come with me. I got a dragon. And it seems fun, but she's still a mother who is grieving. And it doesn't seem to her like he cares about anything except for the fact that he claimed a big old dragon, which is dope, right? Super dope. But it's an awkward, stilted, stunted reunion, and it almost gets him pinched. So
I think
you think it'd have been different if he led with like not talking about the dragon? It's like, hey, you okay? Like I'm here, and then like come in the house, talk, and then present hey, I forgot to tell you, I got a dragon.
That's where I've been. So sorry, couldn't leave. The queen wouldn't let me out of her sight until I figured everything out. Go ahead, Daemon.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe it was awkward because he had to sneak in there because he had to just make it real quick, real urgent. Boom.
He had to kill that man. That little the man. Yeah, he killed that man, the little villager man. Just trading his goods.
He had to kill somebody, so he knew he only had a certain amount of time to get across. So maybe he's wrong for thinking he would just run in there and take her and they would whisk her away back to King's Landing. Like, sure, that's not going to happen. But I understand sneaking in there with a sense of urgency. Even if you don't leave with me today, I want to know that you're okay. What's your living situation like, and what can I do to help? So I think maybe that would have gone over better. But it was Hugh. I'm very indifferent on these dragon seeds.
And Ulf is just doing way too much. That lady told you not to leave the Red Keep to go to your stupid funky tavern. And you did. And had the nerve to keep that wild ass energy, ran right smack into Daemon like, grumble, watch where you're walking. Oh, oops. Yeah. He's lucky that's all Daemon did to him. Seriously.
And it shows his unhumility, because if he's like, oh man, you sorry, you okay? And Daemon probably wouldn't even have tripped and would have kept it like, I'm okay, and just didn't even have looked at him, and you could have been at the bar. But you don't have any humility because you got this dragon.
What's the point of having a dragon if nobody can see it?
And that's what Ulf feels like.
Your mind isn't even in the right.
It's like having a Benz and anybody see you outside the club and sitting on the
because Benz. You can't afford to put gas in the Benz. You spent all your money on a high ass interest rate, adjustable rate finance plan. You paying $1,100 a month for the next 80 months, and the oil changes cost $700. No, he can't do it. He bought it and it has to stay parked in the garage because he can't afford it. He's not responsible enough. That's why.
Yeah. So I have a theory with Hugh Hammer. If y'all don't want spoilers, speed ahead like 30 seconds. I wonder if his flip comes from him seeing her with another person.
Or even ignoring him.
Right. And then like she's talking to somebody. It might be innocent. Some dude and somewhere he comes back around and he's flying around doing his thing though. And some dude grabs about her and touching her. And he's like, oh, word. Okay. I'm just because I'm trying to figure out like why he would do what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a good point. Good point.
So if y'all fast forward 30 seconds, we're glad y'all back.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that though. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I'm interested to see though.
Now we're gonna switch over since we're talking about the seeds. A person, Ormond Hightower. We're gonna switch over to him and his quote saying, "You can't basically give no broke dude no bread because they gonna mess it up." That's what he basically said.
How about the day being saved because Gawain swings that away? Okay, and he knew exactly what he was supposed to look like. Hey, look. He's like, and he's better looking than this guy right here. What you mean? You didn't? And also, I know Rhaenyra, once Alicent told her what Ormond's proclivities were and his issues, his hangups, she probably told them to drag their feet through every mud puddle on the way, and don't wipe the feet off, walk right in there on his carpet.
But end up being the thing to hurt him, because if they would have came dressed up nicely and smelling good, he may be like, okay, that could be him. He knew the other guy. He was like, he ain't gonna come like this. I know.
Before, it's so funny because Ormond was just popping it like, Rhaenyra's not gonna burn these dragons down, or she's not gonna burn this down because she's a woman. Like, I don't know,
Yep.
basically saying everything we've been saying about them, like, dang, Rhaenyra, you over there holding back because you can't do it, and that's exactly what Ormond is using against you.
But I think it's messed up that they're trying to use that her as a woman, because any ruler would have to keep that into an account, woman or man, of like, these people bent the knee for me. This is a big trading post. If I do burn them all out, all the other lords that are to me would feel some type of way, man or woman.
And maybe every ruler would take it into account, but most men would be like, should I do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, everybody would debate and weigh their options, but maybe men are more likely to go for it and women are more likely to restrain themselves.
Yeah, because
Except for Viserys, which is what made him so different. Viserys was a man who was very, very, very well known for, like, wanting to politic and wanting to think things over and really ruminate over the topics at hand. So
He was the conciliator, wasn't he? Jaehaerys the conciliator.
you would
Jaehaerys
consider
and
that a
Viserys, both
feminine
of them.
trait. You
Oh,
would
I'm
say
sorry,
that's
Viserys.
a
Yeah.
very feminine trait in a male ruler, I would think. But yeah.
Yeah, but Gawain was, but it was so interesting. He kept on, Ormond kept on messing with him, like, he like, I'm sure while you was out there, you got your proclivities taken care of. And I was like, oh snap, he's supposed to be gay. I didn't even. And Ormond, they've been knowing each other because that's his cousin, right?
Yeah,
First cousins.
him,
They first cousins.
and Ormond grew up together.
Yeah.
And if you
I had to
recall,
let him win a race up the
because
castle
he was
I know he's a
thin
sore loser.
skinned. Even then. So okay, we met Ormond's father during Rhaenyra's engagement dinner to Laenor, when the Velaryons came in fresh to death. The High Towers also showed up, and we saw a glimpse of Ormond's father. And the gag is
Hobart Hightower.
Otto's brother.
Okay.
Yes. And the gag is Darren outranks everybody, but he's still very young and still learning and under the thumb of Ormond. And I thought that conversation between him and Gawain was very sweet. And when Allison asked her brother, have you seen my son? How is he? He's like, he's kind, he's smart, he's a hit with the ladies, he's good in his lessons. And Allison saying, I hope that by sending him away, he's turned out kinder than his brothers. And you can really see he's a good kid. He seems very, very together. He can read Ormond very, very well. Remember we told that young man that cupbearer to get out.
Not to leave him alone with, like, please
Yeah.
with him.
Please. So I think their relationship, Gawain is a different kind of mentor to Darren, and also too, he's more understanding and forgiving, where Ormond is just he's a nutcase, he's a maniac, right? Very thinly veiled sociopath, right?
Oh yes, thinly veiled. That's a good assessment. Good assessment. But then if you notice, Darren was upset at Gawain, like, do you left me here with this dude?
Yeah, for a long time you left me. Yeah. Don't leave me again.
Why are you leaving?
If it was up to Gawain, he would have been back sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you note, I think that Gawain has always been the buffer for him his whole life until this Dance of the Dragons.
He has been. That's very clear to me. So he's relying on Gawain, but Gawain was being led astray to a sure suicide mission by Ser Criston Cole. So he's back.
No, it wasn't originally.
He made it back.
It wasn't originally. He was just there like, okay, well, we finna go to battle Rook's Nest, and then
go back. They were supposed to have gone back after that.
Because they're supposed to meet up with them before they took Tumbleton. They're supposed to meet back up with the Hightower Army. And he was like, no, we're going to march to Harrenhal.
Like, speaking of, before we get to Harrenhal, the fact when he threw up after all of that sent me to the moon and back. Oh my God, he can't stand gross stuff, strong smells, or violent images, but he's out here
ordering hits.
Yes, that's my point. Like, how? Okay, I guess you got to compartmentalize just to make it through.
And then it makes me think, has he even ever been in a battle then?
Doesn't look like it now, does it?
No.
Because like you're throwing up at that wasn't even no. I mean, yes, the bloodshed. I'm just saying, but I'm saying it wasn't like we seen some way crazier deaths on this show.
No, that was all Gawain. Gawain handled that. He was like, "Hey, stop! Wait a minute." He still hadn't put two and two together that those were assassins sent to murder everybody. A hit was put out on all of them.
Mm-hmm. He's like he's one of those people that like play gangster. Like he's like, man, you know what? Go do the drive-by on them, but you gonna go with? No, I trust y'all. Y'all got it.
Like, Ormond is very refined, so he probably might be a well-trained swordsman, but maybe like battle he hasn't seen. So I'll give him.
I'll give him like in like with the competitions and stuff, like in the okay.
And they're a great house, and they are rich as Croesus. Like nobody has more money in this stage than the High Towers of Old Town. They rich. They endow the Citadel. That's how much paper they got. Long as train smoke. So yes, very likely he's a fine swordsman as long as it's against people who are being paid to train him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go to Harrenhal. Harrenhal.
Too much screen time. Too much screen time at Harrenhal, and Alice Rivers gets too much screen time. I'm not discrediting the role that she plays, but we see so much of her in every episode, and we saw so much of her in every episode last season. Oh my gosh, I hope she's the highest paid actress on this show. I really do.
She's very important. And you're right. She does get a lot of screen time, but she's getting a lot of screen time for a reason. And we're pulling all the pieces together here. Like I said, she calls herself a witch. I think she's a seer. Soothsayer, seer, dabbles in a little bit of magic, but also too, Harrenhal is haunted, and they've got a werewood tree, so she very likely draws her power directly from Harrenhal and all the lore and magic that kind of surrounds it, right? Plus the death, the dying, the souls of the people who died to build that, the souls of the people who died when Velaryon the Dread burned it all down the day after it was built. Like there's a lot for her to work with there, and she is the keeper of many secrets there. You're not all the way wrong, Thanos.
Yeah. I mean, Thanos, are you like understanding how Aemon gets down a little bit more now, like him actually being able to fight well and things like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Because before you was like, he only got a dragon.
If I said that, I probably did, and I misspoke because I forgot how different him and Aegon were when they were coming up in their training. Because he came up under Criston Cole. So it's like I'll give him that too. Like Aemon's probably very good in battle, so we can scratch that if I said that.
He is a fine swordsman. He's psychotic. He's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So, but I love that they spent all that time with Alice, really, so she can pop up with those eggs. The significance of those eggs, right?
Yeah.
The three of those eggs managed to make it to Daenerys.
But then see it's conflicting. Some people say they were stolen from somewhere else, but all these eggs everywhere from Dreamfire though. All these eggs come Dreamfire like having babies for whatever reason. That's Helena's dragon that we never have seen.
Well, that makes sense then. They both just pop them out, huh?
Helaena didn't deserve that. Stray shots fired.
The dragon pregnant. I'm pregnant.
Okay. God damn, girl.
So I guess I'm just trying to think how long it been though, because I'm like, whose kid is this? Because I think ain't homeboy been gone for a long. He been burned up for a while.
It's Aegon's.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking in this timeline. I'm trying to figure out how that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's Aegon's, right? It should be, but at this point, the series has drifted so far past the that I'm not even really utilizing the source material for guidance just as reference anymore. So Unsure is my final answer on that. Unsure. I'm not sure how it got to where it is or where it's going to be, because the source material is starting to drift a little bit with the series. So I can't answer.
Well, now the eggs I thought were there to go back to the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I thought those were the eggs that Aegon the Fourth was trying to hatch at Harrenhal back in the future when he burns up Harrenhal.
Yes, so
that's what I thought those eggs
yes.
were for, though.
Yes. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not 1,000.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but like that's what I was like.
Saturday.
Oh, is those the eggs that? Because the whole thing of Harrenhal burning up again and Aegon the Fifth, Aegon the Fifth egg in our show Knights of the Kingdom is that he burned up and his family burned up trying to hatch some dragon eggs. And I want those. I was like, those are the eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Full circle, man.
Like everything's kind of drifting away.
Sunfire has a lot of children out there, though. I just she's got a lot of babies' eggs. And suppose I guess dragons can have their own eggs. They don't need to get pregnant. They're asexual.
I don't know. I can't.
I thought originally they're asexual. That they can conceive their own children.
They can't. Can they? I know that they do mate. Because Vermax was the offspring of Syrax and Caraxes. Jace's dragon was the baby dragon of Caraxes and Syrax or Syrax, however you pronounce. So, yeah, it's.
No, they could change their sex at will. That's what it is.
Okay.
They can change their sex to have two children. So basically, some Dreamfire down up in that dragon pit, just getting it in with everybody.
Yeah. Dreamfire's just having. She's doing what she want to do. Okay, because Helaena does. She's not a she's a dragon rider, but she's not a dragon rider. Like,
right. Exactly.
She's way more concerned with her herbs and animals and bugs and birds and spiders. She has a dragon, but she lets her dragon do whatever the dragon wants to do because she does whatever she wants to do. 2 peas in a pod, right?
Yeah, okay. So I think those are the eggs, though, because you got to have intense heat to hatch those eggs. And I wonder if Allison's egg in our future tense was like, these is one we gotta keep the heat. And somebody probably was like, keep it going. We're gonna burn all up. Keep it going.
Yeah.
We need more heat.
Oh, bless them.
All right, next episode. What are y'all predictions for the next episode? We'll be on
episode 7.
Yep.
How many episodes are in the season?
8.
Really? Well, the penultimate episode, right? Should be action packed. If it follows the pattern of most penultimate episodes, that's when we got the Red Wedding, the Battle of the Bastards, right? The Game of Thrones canon and House of the Dragon tends to get kind of ill in that second to last. So I'm just looking for some action, some good action. I need Rhaenyra to go ahead and hop on her dragon and start handling business. Her and Daemon.
All right, what you think?
I need Rhaenyra dragon back, doing something, burning something, like damn the collateral. I wonder if they're going to give us a little crumb of Allison finding out that Criston Cole is dead. Because if they just had to do the handkerchief scene, I think we're definitely going to get a little bit of that. Like, who knows?
I just want them to not talk about him. Because that would just be fitting.
Obscurity.
You think so?
Okay. Yeah, because
I want
everybody think they're dead. We got other stuff to worry about, stuff Criston Cole. And we got other stuff to worry about. He want to go out there doing his own thing. He doing his own thing. He might be a White Walker now or something. We don't know.
Bring Criston Stark to the front. I'm ready to see. We've been two seasons now almost without seeing much of him, and I need him to start showing up, or at least give me a glimpse. Because his one true love is dead now. Jace, him and Jace were besties.
Yeah, I think they're gonna show. Jace is gonna get some more chase. I think they're gonna do flash. They said they were gonna do flashbacks with them.
Oh,
their
good.
interaction and hanging out at some point.
Good.
So Jason's still getting his money. That actor, I know he's happy that he can still cut some checks. And
I'm gonna say this for the next episode. The way I came into the season with my hashtag, where is Otto Hightower? It is now hashtag, where is Corlys Velaryon? Where is Corlys?
I think Orman's gonna try to flip Corlys. Like I don't think it's he's dead. I think he's gonna get him there and be
No, he
like,
can't be. He can't be dead. He better not be dead.
Corlys
if
is
they look,
guy.
writers, if y'all want black people to riot,
Kill Corlys off screen, see what happens.
yeah, just kill Corlys. Period. Kill him. Period. At this point, if he don't die from old age, it's gonna be some upset
Don't
people.
you dare, HBO Max.
Don't do it. But I just wonder if Ormon's gonna try to flip him and be like, "Hey man, this is my master plan."
Ormon's out kicking his
Because
cover.
remember, he complimented him and saying that was the only good decision Rhaenyra made was making him the hand. So he respects Corlys.
Or at least
and Corlys is technically the second richest family in the realm as well.
That is
even though he had a little setback with the Battle of the Gullet, but he still got bread though. He still got bread.
It's part of the reason he wanted to go back out and fight the Triarchy. He had to start building his coffers back up because he know Rhaenyra ain't got it. He know the crown is in debt. The crown is poor.
I also thought that scenery was kind of like, whoa, with all of them from
yeah.
And I was like, sheesh, like, oof.
He's Allison said he needs to fight.
A bunch of black soldiers too, just stringing them up.
80% of my fleet gone. 80% of my bread. Oh, everybody can go up. Everybody pull them all up, string them all up. Everybody.
Oh gosh.
After I pick their pockets,
I need
put it
money
in my wallet. I need your money. I need all the jewelry you got. I need all your baubles. Run it, and then you can die.
Where is Corlys Velaryon?
You can't do that to Corlys, y'all. HBOs, we leave off here. Don't do that, Corlys. I know y'all not, but I want to put it out there so that if he do something to him, we may have to have a whole revolt episode. Just saying, Corlys is a lot of our black daddies. All right. We see a lot in Corlys in us. All right. Is there any final thoughts, everybody?
No final thoughts. I want it to be totally lit this next episode. I want, even if it's a shortened episode, as long as it's jam-packed, I'm here for it.
And we need all of our colleagues on here too. So if you're watching, be there or be square for the penultimate episode review.
All right, we'll see y'all. Peace.
Bye, guys.